we're setting up Jamal and Brianne on a blind date. Two Christian singles who are equally yoked, but not each other's physical type.
Hello, my name is Brianne and I am 24 years old.
My name is Jamal. I am 27. My personality could be described as I'm a pretty laid-back guy. I like to joke around and be really comfortable with people. I don't really have a lot of serious conversation all the time.
I'm like on the bubbly side. I'm definitely like a sociable person, but I do like my alone time. And so I can be a bit reserved, a little bit more private. And then like kind of like as you peel back like the onion, like as Shrek says or whatever, and then like you get more and more of my personality.
I grew up in a Christian home, I would say. My family and I would go to church on Sundays, but I didn't really understand kind of like the values that aligned with being a Christian until about a couple of years ago.
I did. So I grew up going to church. Both of my parents are Christian. I was really involved in my home church before I moved up to Tampa.
In the past, I've typically been drawn to like Asian and Hispanic women. I always thought they just looked really pretty and I could always see myself marrying somebody like that.
Like I've dated like a shorter guy, I've dated like an average height, black, white.
Who do you think we're setting you up with?
I think she's gonna be tall. She's probably gonna be white. I'm like envisioning somebody who's very like hipster style, like laid back. I feel like she's gonna have orange hair color. Maybe like blue or green eye color.
If you had to like guess her name, what do you think her name would be?
I don't know, Hannah?
I think he is probably white. He probably has like hazel greenish eyes, like on the darker side. I think he's maybe like 5'9", probably brunette.
What do you think his name would be?
Oh my gosh. Let's say his name is Jensen.
Jensen.
Hi, I'm Jamal.
Jamal?
Yes.
Brianne.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How do you feel
About?
this?
How do I feel? I'm like excited.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm
yeah.
trying not to be like jumpy.
Me too, I'm like.
What are your first impressions of Jamal?
I was like, wow, he has a really nice haircut. Like he really like slicked it over, got a little fade on the side. I was like, oh wow, okay. Like it looks really good. I'm like, keep your hands in your lap,
Yeah.
like calm down.
What was your first impression of Brianne?
I honestly imagined that's what she was gonna look like. If I had to guess the other way, she was gonna be taller than me, she was gonna be black, she had nice hair, but I just went the other way. She looked beautiful.
What's the best compliment somebody could give you?
I think the best compliment someone can give me is when they notice that I have integrity. Like I can't tell people that I have integrity.
No,
it's something
yeah.
that someone else has to identify.
For myself, maybe something related to like my work ethic. I like to give my best in whatever it is I'm doing, and so when someone notices that and they're like, oh, like you thought about every little detail, I'm like, thank you. Have you ever dated someone who loves Jesus as much as you do?
Within the last couple of months, I've gone on dates with other Christians, but there was just a disconnect because even though we both loved the Lord, my heart wasn't to pursue the Lord, it was to pursue the other person. And so that, I had to really check myself on that and kind of make that decision to not pursue it. Even though it would have been probably a successful relationship, I just knew it would distract me from getting to know who God is.
Although I've dated other Christians in the past, my faith was a lot stronger than the person that I was seeing, which ultimately led to the end of the relationship because there was a point where it seemed as if they didn't have that same like desire to like want to go deeper. Or really very lax on things that like I know that the Lord speaks firmly on. And so Eventually that just led to the end of the relationship. So
Yeah.
yeah, it would be a no to that question.
Yeah. Dating Christians is still like a new thing to me because I come from dating
Non-believers.
non-believers,
Yeah.
and the interaction would be completely different.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like learning boundaries, honoring boundaries, and kind of staying true to that is like something that I'm growing in every day.
So what have you noticed, like the difference between dating like a non-believer versus a believer?
Like our conversation really tells me a lot about her character. Like if the conversation is fruitful and it's a lot of like love and encouragement and peace and joy, it's easy to identify. When I'm dating someone and they're like cussing a lot, or some of the conversations that they have aren't really like fruitful, like they don't have sustenance to it, it's more, I don't know, worldly based, I guess I would say. That's like the biggest difference I see between dating like a Christian and a non-believer. I'm definitely looking to see like, are you going to support me, right? Are you going to help me? Because I need help, right? I definitely need some support in my faith in terms of like being encouraged sometimes. But if I can't really see that in that person, whether they're a believer or not, that's something that that's a boundary of mine. Do you think love is a feeling or a choice? That's a good question.
That is a good question, but yeah, it's a choice.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a choice?
I say choice because love is action. You know, like classic, for God so loved the world, he gave his only son. That right there.
That's your bar. So good.
My job.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Absolutely. And of course you can have a feeling of love, but love itself, I think if you look it up, it is a verb. So it's an action.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think love is an action. I think when they talk about love in the Bible, where it says love is patient, love is kind.
Actions.
Right. It's all things that you choose to do. It's not subject to just Christians either.
No, it's not.
That's something that I had to learn. Like, it doesn't matter what you do or how you live your life. I honestly am not called to judge you. I'm just called to love you. Right?
Exactly.
Hopefully to inspire you to ask questions.
Yeah.
But as long as you feel loved in our interaction, I think that's what's most important to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what qualities would you want your future spouse to have? You can take your time.
The qualities I would want my future spouse to have is someone who's really good at encouragement. I'm really critical of myself too. So like everything has to be done 100%, you know? And sometimes what that does is I don't always produce a lot of like content or things because I'm so critical about myself. So like someone who's encouraging me and supporting me through those like seasons of my life, I definitely need. Someone who's respectful, not just with me, but with my family and with my friends. Someone who's like okay with investing in my family, but doesn't want to always be like in the mix, I guess. And someone who like desires to be with the Lord. I would also want the person I marry to like have that desire to be a good mom too.
I value someone that has like a quiet confidence. Like you don't need to be the loudest person in the room. You don't need to yell over anybody. You don't, none of that. Like just, you know who you are, you know where you stand. As far as like our dynamic, someone whose mindset is it's us versus the problem, not like us versus each other.
Yeah, that's
a huge one.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy for ego and pride to get in the way. And they did something that like makes me upset, so I'm like, oh, you did that to get at me. And like, I don't like all that. I'm not interested in all of that. And so someone who can like take a break and be like, hold on, wait, like why am I getting mad at you? And really it's like this external thing that we have to solve. In my future husband, I would hope that he's someone who is very serious about like prayer and like reading his word. Like I'm very big on that. I'm very big on prayer.
I was actually gonna ask if I could pray for you at the end of this, if you'd be down.
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely do that at the end.
Cool.
Do you want to pray right now?
Yeah, I can pray right now. Did you want to pray together, or did you want to? Do you like praying? Okay. How about this? You can start off, and then pass me, and I'll finish.
Enjoyed his personality. Like he seemed like a very sweet guy. It was really easy to like talk and get along and like chit chat about all the things. I'd say a welcoming personality.
He's very chill. and it was easy to talk to her. Like she wanted to be part of the conversation, which is really nice to have.
Do you think you would hang out with him again?
Do I think I would hang out with him again? I can see myself hanging out with him. Yeah.
I feel like we were like so close to getting more personal with the conversation. I wanted to have that opportunity maybe later to go hang out with her and just get to know her more, not on camera, because there's a little bit of that. I think from both of us, we were very reserved with our answers. Yeah, I for sure would hang out with her. I like her a lot.